Now that Drew left the room, this team fucking sucks. It's awful.
The worst two quarterbacks.
They light it up.
Those are the worst two picks.
You have the worst. You have the worst team. Back to back years.
Who is that?
You could just say if you didn't want to work off the ladder, you could.
Who is that?
Jalen, no.
Who is that?
Come on. Who's your terrible tight end? You even have one? Huh?
There's just.
I got two tight ends better than your one. No. Marsh, I thought you learned this game. They still pay Ramondre Stevenson.
He's a bum.
$1
He's a bum. He's a bum. He's a bum.
That's your receiver too?
Jeez. That's tough.
All these guys suck. They all suck. They don't know what they do.
Kyler Murray's the quarterback you pick?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Catching a Vibe. I'm Drew. He's Mike, and today we're recapping our draft from last week. You know, we're going to be talking about the best picks, the worst picks, talk what our strategy was and how we feel about our team afterwards. So, Mike, what was your strategy heading into the draft, and do you like your team after the draft? It's a big question.
Well, being seventh pick in the draft, I was kind of hoping for a running back value to drop to me to get a good running back and then just try to get some receivers after that. But you never know how the draft unfolds. I mean, you know, you have your ADPs and everybody has their list. You can do 100 mock drafts and all 100 of them aren't going to be the same. So someone picks someone that you're not ready for, and then that someone drops to you. So you just kind of go with best value on the board and who you think's going to have a good year. That's kind of my draft going into it. Like to get one solid running back and then try to get solid receivers. Mm-hmm. But that was the way I looked at it going into it. But things change. You got to be kind of fluid on a draft, a live draft. You know, it's always fun having a live draft. I love just getting together. We had a great weekend. All of us we were all having fun. You know, had some little drinks and picking on each other.
It was very fun. It reminded me of like the locker room, aspects where we're just, you know, bullshitting with each other, just making fun of everyone. I had a great time.
And that's what's exciting about a live draft is just getting together, you know, the whole deal, making your selections, hearing people pick on you or you pick on them, and just, you know, the hazing part of it's fun. It's just it's just fun.
Yeah, no doubt. So do you like your team?
So my team's really built on the running back that I pick, CMC. Mm-hmm. If he's CMC of old, then I feel solid and I'm happy about my team. But if he doesn't, then I'm kind of worried about depth, you know, at the running back position. Receivers, I kind of have a solid receiver, and then I kind of went with some upside receivers, you know, hoping that they have a good season. So we'll see how it plays out. But I feel not the greatest about it, but I feel that if one player performs, then I could be in the mix of being a good team. So.
For sure. For me, you know, it's hard to screw up the first overall pick. I knew I was going with Jamar Chase the whole time. You know, Bijan Robinson was in that debate for me because I think he's going to have a great year. But I truthfully loved how I started the draft. I went Jamar, then Jonathan Taylor, get a workhorse running back, which is rare in today's game. Then I got Nico Collins. You know, we're talking about doing hundreds of mock drafts, and Nico Collins is never there. So I was ecstatic about getting Nico Collins. The steal of the century, some people are saying in the comments section. Then get Lamar in the fourth round. I'm kind of pissed at myself for not getting the Jamar and Joe Burrow stack. But, I mean, Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson. He's been the top 3 fantasy quarterback like the last 5 years, so you can't go wrong there. Right. Chuba Hubbard I love as my RB2. He had a breakout year last year. I think he's going to have another good year, and I think Bryce Young and the Panthers offense is going to step up a little bit. So I'm excited about that. The only pick that kind of concerns me is Calvin Ridley. I got a lot of hate for picking Calvin Ridley, but my my thought process was Calvin Ridley, like he has no competition in that receiver room. So Cam Ward is going to be looking for him 90% of the time. And we've seen Calvin Ridley have good years in fantasy. So
Oh, he's
Kinda
capable of putting up big numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. And like I said, it's you got to see who's there. on the
Right.
board.
Oh,
That's how it always
for
plays
sure.
out.
For sure. All right, so we're going to go over picks we liked and disliked. So let's start off with round one.
Yeah,
You know, we
sure.
can't. There were some surprises, and I think my favorite pick of round one is Bijan Robinson at pick
Exactly.
6. This is a guy I was debating at number 1,
Mhm.
and for him to fall to 6 for Jake to
Yeah.
take, absolutely great value for Jake Thompson. It was asinine that he lasted to pick 6.
Right. I agree with you there that he was mine. I mean, you know, you're right. He's like the 1 or 2 pick in the most or drafts anyway, I
Yeah.
should say. Him falling to 6 is exceptional value. I look forward to him having a huge workload at Atlanta. I mean, he's going to get the ball, carries, reception, yards. This guy's ready to explode. I mean, what a great value there. So, yeah, I agree with that.
Shout out to boy Jake. He got a great first pick.
It fell in his lap, I'm
It
telling
fell
you.
right in his lap. All right, so then let's go to the worst pick of round one. You know, all the Mel Kipers online were typing about this pick here. It's
Mhm.
Derrick Henry.
Sure.
I don't know what Marsh was thinking. Maybe he was getting distracted by also being a dad at the draft, and he was like, I just had a brain fart there. But I will say Derrick Henry is a safe pick, but like
Yeah.
you can't pick Derrick Henry over Bijan Robinson, who everyone thinks
Yeah.
will be fantasy
Yeah.
RB1
Right.
this year.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, but it's also not super crazy at the same time.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. If you want production, this guy's production.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, no one's talking about how great of a year he had. He had 1,900 rush yards. Everyone talks about Saquon. That was a crazy blowout year, 2,000 yards.
Yeah.
He's not going to put that up.
No.
Henry just is a workhorse guy that gets the ball. He's always around the end zone, puts up 16 touchdowns for you every year. I mean, it's not a crazy pick. It doesn't follow the ADP that all the gurus out there that think they know what they're talking about. You know, he doesn't get hurt. He's always on the field. He leads the league in rushes every year. He's touching the ball.
Mhm.
You love it, right? I understand it's a reach going him before Bijan and even Saquon, but I see Saquon scaling back on it. He's not putting up 2,000 yards.
No.
He's not going to touch the ball 400 times.
No.
You know, so it's a safe pick. He averages almost 19 points a game rushing.
Right.
And Saquon had an exceptional year and only averaged 21. So you're talking about 2-point difference in a game. So as crazy it is as a pick, I think it's still a good pick.
Yeah.
I mean, he reached, but hey, production, that's what he does.
Right. And Marsh last year got burnt by just picking guys that were supposed to have good years. So he
Right.
must have felt like I need to just pick guys that are going to be safe picks for me.
Yeah, so it's crazy, yeah, but still, production-wise, you love it.
Yeah. So round 2 here. I'm going with your pick here, CMC. If CMC can stay healthy, he can win leagues and be an absolute steal for you. But that's if he
Right.
stays healthy.
Sure.
Which at pick 14, that's good value for you. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's the thing. You know, he's the make or break guy, right? He averages 24 points a game if he's healthy and he's playing. But you got to risk. That's that risk reward player that I wanted to take on the board. You know, I felt that it wasn't too far of a reach, but it is scary with him. Health concerns are a big issue with that. And, you know, if he pans out, then it's going to be great.
Yeah, great for you. All right, so the worst pick of round 2, a lot of people have been commenting on this pick, and I'm starting to feel bad for Timmy right now. It's Tyreek Hill at pick 11.
Right.
I was super shocked when he did this because I was kind of looking at Tyreek like at my 3rd round pick because I wanted another receiver. When I saw he picked Tyreek over Drake London, Puka, Brian Thomas Jr., I was like, what are we doing, Timmy?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I just got a good feeling this year that Tyreek's going to go off. And Tyreek could, but I don't know. He's getting older, and they're saying Waddle might step up to be receiver one this year. I don't understand the Tyreek at 11. I don't.
He was my pick as well, as kind of a surprise pick. And, he can put up those huge explosion games. It's got to rely on Tua being healthy, being out on the field. That impacts him greatly. If Tua's not out on the field, he's going to struggle. He's had a few injuries here of late, and he's not on the field all the time like he was. Speed galore. He's that risk reward in that round as well. I agree. He was the surprise pick.
All right, so moving on to round 3. It's the steal of the century. Getting Nico Collins in the 3rd round is asinine to me. A proven receiver 1 on this Texans offense, which I think they're going to bounce back this year and be great again. He was a top 2 fantasy receiver till he got hurt last year. And to get him in the 3rd round, I love it. And I'm excited to see Nico this year. Hopefully he stays healthy for my squad. That's the only concern I have for Nico, but I'm excited that I got Nico in that 3rd round.
Yeah, when I looked at the 3rd round, I thought the 3rd round pretty much played how it should play out in the 3rd round, with the exception of your pick.
Yeah.
Nico Collins in every other draft outside of ours usually is in that 2nd round, early 2nd round. Him falling to the 3rd round was incredible at the, you getting him there. That he was my pick as well. What a great pick there. I fell into your lap. But I think that round, everything started coming into play where it was a solid, no reaches, nothing. It was just a good round. Everybody had solid picks in that round, but he was definitely, without a doubt, the best pick.
All right, so should we move on to round 4 then? Do you have...
Well, the only...
surprise for round
the only
3?
surprise, or the one I'm worried about in that pick, was James Cook.
Yeah.
Right before you. James Cook put up a lot of touchdowns. I see a little dropping down, scaling down on rushing touchdowns there. He's the only player that I saw with a little flaw in that round there that I was, it's a little surprised. But, running back, you want some depth. It's not and it was his first running back off the board, so you wanted to get some kind of running back. So James Cook was my only pick in that round I was worried about.
So round 4 here, my favorite pick is my pick as well. It's Lamar Jackson. For me, get the 2nd quarterback in the end of round 4, I think was incredible because, most home leagues, they, if a quarterback gets drafted, that's all the players are going to be picking that round, but no one fell for it. And I got Lamar in the 4th round, so I just love the start of my team. You have a pick for round 4?
I do want to say one thing. The 4th round is where you started seeing quarterbacks come off the board, which is kind of where you want. No one jumped early and got him in the 2nd round, or even in the 3rd round. 2 quarterbacks come off the board in the 4th round. Lamar Jackson is a good pick in that round. I agree with you there. The one pick that he was probably the best pick of that round. I agree with you there, just because of what he puts up value-wise. Another pick I liked was Hampton, Amarian Hampton, the C here. This is a rookie kid on a run-heavy offense that I want to see what he can do. And if this kid takes off, next year, he's going to be an early pick. This guy's on a good offense that he looks talented, very good running back. I kind of like that pick for Court. He gets bashed from last season. He didn't have a great season, but this year I thought it was a good pick, a reach pick, but could put up tremendous upside.
Yeah,
I really like that. Lamar's a great pick. He's had the most fantasy points last season, so he's going to put up big numbers for you. I kind of like that. As far as a pick I worry about, here again, hate picking on D, who's a new guy in our league, but he went with Breece Hall. Breece Hall is going to lose production to Braylon Allen. The Jets love Braylon Allen, think he's going to get a lot of carries here, and that's going to cut production in half, I think, with Brees Hall here. He was my kind of, I'm not sure about pick in that round.
I agree. And as the wise man Jesse once said, D'Angelo, did you just pick Brees Hall? Oh, I'm sorry to say you're getting last. No, you just lost.
Yeah.
So,
he got a little bit for that.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't like Brees Hall in the 4th round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be my least favorite pick.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. Go ahead.
So I kind of looked at the 5th round as well, and then I went out from that. But
right,
the 5th round, the pick that I'm worried about there is Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is an older running back. Minnesota, they brought in Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason's coming in. That guy averaged 5.5 yards rushing last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to start chewing away at Aaron Jones' production there too. So I worry about that pick as the one guy in that round that I worried about as well.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. I did not like Aaron Jones in the 5th round. He's getting older, and he's scoring less and less touchdowns as well.
Mm-hmm.
The older you get, you're not scoring 10 touchdowns a season anymore.
Right.
And Jordan Mason, who balled out for the games he started when CMC was hurt. So
yeah,
I just did not like that pick by Timmy at all.
Yeah.
So a pick I did like is actually from Timmy. Is Davante Adams in the 6th round. I think this is Timmy's best pick in the draft.
Best value pick.
Best value
I agree
pick,
with
yeah.
you.
If Stafford is healthy and plays the whole season, Davante is going to put up numbers.
Right.
Him and Puka are both going to eat.
Right.
Davante still last year showed that he is a bad man at running routes.
Sure.
And that's the most important thing. That's how you get open in football, by running routes. It's not how fast you are. Yeah, that helps, but you got to have the craft of running routes. And Davante is one of the best of all time, and he's still one of the best today still. And he's paired up with Sean McVay, who gets receivers open. So I think Davante could be a good pick this year. And for him to go in the 6th round, I think it was great value for Timmy.
Yeah, no, I kind of was harassing Timmy about this pick, saying he's not any good anymore. But Davante Adams is still a very good receiver, receiver 2 or a flex play is a great flex play. When you look back at it, it was a great pick. Probably a steal for him on his team. The Rams have proved that they can have 2 receivers on the same team playing and putting up numbers with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. So we'll have to see how he fits in on this offense. One thing this guy can do is get open and he can catch the ball, so he can have an outstanding year. He's capable of doing that, but Stafford's the issue there with his health.
Right.
That back could flare up at any time, and he'd be on the sideline. That ain't helping either of those receivers on that team. So, awesome value for a 6th round pick for Davante Adams. He's usually a 3-4 guy around.
Oh yeah, Stafford has like a Hulk Hogan back right now. How that was giving him issues later in his career. But do you have a pick that you really liked?
I have a pick that I liked was in round 5. This is everybody's darling preseason or off season, I should say, camp. This guy's tearing it up, looking great. A rookie, Travion Henderson. Everybody's high on this guy. Speed, catches the ball, explosive playmaker. This is a guy that I wished I could have got on my team, but he got picked before he got back to me. And that was Ryan picked that guy. And tremendous. This guy I wrote down as could be a league winner if he produces like everybody's excited about. I mean, this guy could really help his squad out, his team out, and be great. He was one of the league winner guys that I picked.
I agree. Now, another pick in round 5 for me that I don't like now is James Conner because, he's been super undervalued. He's been a real good fantasy option the past couple years, but now Cardinals reporters are saying that him and Trey Benson are sharing the RB1 role.
Yeah.
So unless James Conner scores 20 touchdowns this year, he's not going to put up the same production that we're used to from him. If he's like David Montgomery, then he's going to be a good pick for round 5. But if they're sharing the field, I don't know if that's a good round 5 pick.
Yeah, I'm scared. I like James Conner. I think he's a great running back, and him splitting time with Trey Benson, I'm worried about. But if there's a guy that can put up some decent amount of points, Conner is a great pass catcher, can get in the end zone. He's one of those short yardage guys that can, get it in the end zone. But you're right. He's kind of a scary pick as well with Benson having opportunities. He's going to chip away at production that Conner would put up for you. So, yeah, I agree with that.
So, who's your next guy?
I just want to drop down because I went into the 9th round. This is the great round where there's a lot of sleepers or even studs, I should say. With 2 of them, I think that could offer big years. One being Emeka Egbuka that you picked up. What a steal.
Thank
you.
And
then the other guy is Matthew Golden.
With 2 rookies.
The 2 rookies. At Green Bay, the receivers are all banged up. Jordan Love's an excellent quarterback, can dish the ball. Matthew Golden's a speedster, can get open. The other guys, Romeo Dobbs is has his up and down weeks. He's not solid. I just think that Golden has a chance to really light it up on this squad, and that was picked by Austin, I believe, right? Or no?
Golden was Jake.
Jake picked up. I think that was a great pick there. So those were 2 guys that I really thought I wanted to look at and kind of highlight. That 9th round is great value, great pick, upside galore for these 2 guys. I like that.
And it makes me more excited that I got Mecca because Chris Godwin's going to miss like the first handful of weeks. And Jalen McMillan, who just got hurt, and he's going to miss maybe 9 games.
Yeah.
So that just opens it up for Mecca to make an impact for this high passing offense.
Yes. Tampa Bay is going to throw the ball a ton. I think even if Godwin comes back, Emeka is going to have opportunity, and I think he's going to have a good season.
Now, in round 9, there's some good picks. Then there's one god-awful pick where we were like, what is Court doing here?
Yeah. Who is
Jalen Noel? Jalen Noel. I have no clue why the hell Court drafted the Texans' 5th receiver in the 9th round, where he could have drafted Stephon Diggs, who we think is the Patriots receiver 1. Jordan Addison, I know he's going to miss the first 3 weeks because he was gambling on WNBA games, but I think he's going to be a good play the rest of the year after serving that suspension. Jaden Reed, who's on that Packers offense, who put up good numbers last year. Hell, any receiver 2 on most teams he could have picked, but instead this guy picks a 5th-string receiver, rookie receiver. I just didn't understand.
Yeah, he was who the hell is this guy moment? Like, I'd never heard of him. I mean, you've heard of him. Yes, he's from Iowa State. I even looked this up to get a little stats. He ran a 4.3 and a 40, so he's a speedster guy. He was drafted in the 3rd round in the NFL, so they put some money invested into this kid here, and he's had a few highlight moments in the camp here. But to reach for this guy in the 9th round is just ridiculous. I get it, maybe in your 15th round, or your last second flyer guy that you might, because Tank Dell's probably done, not going to come back this season. So they are looking for somebody to step up beside Nico Collins to provide a receiver number 2 on the team. So, I just see him being the 3rd receiver on that team because what's his name's there?
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk's on this team. He looks like he's going to be their receiver too.
I think Court picked the wrong Texans rookie receiver, and he just didn't want to admit that he did that. Jaden Higgins, who I could kind of understand, because CJ Stroud has been raving about this guy. I don't think CJ has mentioned Jalen Noel once, but Court's going to do Court things, I guess.
Right. He could be the surprise pick of the draft there and actually be very good.
Make all of us eat our words.
One thing about Court does know his players, and he knows a lot of oddball things there that people don't even know. Like, all of us are like, who the hell is this guy? And he knows them. So he knows what's going on. He just may have missed on that, like you said.
Yeah. All right, so we're skipping to round 11 here. And this is one of the few good Marsh picks for me. It's Javonte Williams. I think he's the Cowboys running back 1 right now. I think that's good value for
Yeah. Yep.
getting a starting
Yeah,
running
I
back
mean,
that late. And Javonte, before he got hurt, was actually having a good second year in the league, rookie year too. So he is talented, but it's a 11th round.
Yeah, no, he is a guy that I kind of target because he's forgotten about and nobody wants to pick him. You're right. He's going to be the RB1 to start for Dallas. And Dallas is an explosive offense that he could get opportunities in that red zone and put up touchdowns for you. So he could put up big weeks in and out for you. So, it's great value to pick him up. I target him in these later rounds too. You want an RB1, so I think it was a great pick.
All right. You have any more picks you want to talk about, or do you want to jump into the best team and the worst team of the league?
Well, those are pretty much most of the picks that I have, as far as stand out for each round or something like that, that's kind of where I kept it at. But as far as best teams, I would say when I looked at the most depth, I'm going to go with Austin Brady's team. New team in there. He's got quarterback depth. I liked his Jaden Daniels and Brock Purdy's. No one ever gives him the props, but he's a good fantasy quarterback. Even though his receivers are a little banged up, but good picks there. Running back depth, he's got Saquon and Chase Brown as a guy that's looking like to have a big season. And he's got DeAndre Swift as another running back, and he's got Eckler, who might get a boost since Brian Robertson's now on another team. He's on San Francisco. He's got good running backs. The only question I kind of had, and I don't want to say they're weak, but his receivers. Brian Thomas Jr. is a great receiver. I'm not hating on him. Garrett Wilson's another good receiver. They're not top tier. They're in that second or third type of tier receivers. That's really the only weakness on his team. So I liked his team kind of the best.
Yeah. So for me, I like Austin's team a lot. I like my team a lot too. I like Jake's team a lot too. Jake has a lot of depth on his team. Look at his receivers he has. He has Matthew Golden, who we were talking about, RJ Harvey, who Sean Payton was high on this guy. I think he could be a good fantasy running back. He got David Montgomery on his bench too, which we've seen Monty be good in fantasy. And Jameson Williams, I think he could take another step up this week. So Jake isn't going to have issues, trying to start and sits for his teams this year.
Yeah, I like his team too. It's up there. He's got, running backs. He's got
two-head
Bijan
monster.
and A-Chain. A-Chain's a little banged up, but if he's healthy, he's got probably the two best running back starts. And then his receivers, Mike Evans, Old Faithful, and A.J. Brown, very good at receivers. Depth is kind of there. Some of the spots, like, you got to rely on David Montgomery. He does have depth, so I do like his team as well. Brady's I kind of looked at as a little more deeper, but still good teams. Yeah.
So now the worst team in the league. And honestly, after the draft, my opinion has changed. I don't think Court has the worst team. I think Court has the worst roster, but Court's starting lineup is not the worst that we have.
No.
Who do you think has the worst team?
It's so tough. So tough. Court was one. I kind of looked at Nick's team.
Yeah.
I looked at D's team only because of his running backs, right? Two of the running backs I looked at as having down years would have been James Cook and Breece Hall.
Right.
He's got decent quarterback depth. And his receivers, he's got really good receivers, but I kind of thought that the depth was a little weak. Man, it's tough. I really struggled. So I'm going to go with D, and I mean that's he could be a good team too. But
Yeah.
for right now, the way I'm looking at it, I just singled him out, and it's not a bad thing because I think his team's still decent.
Yeah, it's hard just picking like one team to be the worst or the best. I have 3 teams that come to mind, and 2 of them talk the most trash at anyone. Is Timmy,
Mm-hmm.
who is the internet's biggest hater. I don't like his team. I mean, Alvin Kamara is old. Aaron Jones is in diapers too. Rice, is going to be in jail by week 3. So I don't know if that was a good pick. And Jesse, I don't really like Jesse's team either. Malik Neighbors and Drake London's 2 good receivers. Kyron, who's a solid running back, but Justin Herbert and Jared Goff is his fantasy quarterbacks. And he's starting Herbert too.
Yeah.
He's starting Herbert, but drafted Jared Goff first, which
Right.
doesn't make much sense to me.
His team, I worry about running
Tony
back
Pollard
depth.
also.
I worry about his running back depth.
That's
Pollard
his RB
because
too.
he's going to struggle outside of Williams. Who's his next best running back? I mean, you got J.K. Dobbins.
Judkins isn't even signed yet.
Judkins. I mean, yes, his team isn't. He's got good receiver depth.
Yeah.
The guy on his team, I'm so curious to see how he does. Is Travis Hunter, how he performs.
Right.
Do I think he's not a wide receiver 1 on anybody's team? Is he a 2? Could be a flex play for you.
Flex, yeah.
I would be curious to see how he carries this team. Is he going to contribute on Jesse's team? I don't know. I'm curious about him. So yeah, I didn't like his team as well, and it's hard. The bottom teams are all really close. It could be anyone. Injuries are going to play in who's going to be the worst team.
That's the thing that people forget a lot about. Injuries play a factor. Waiver
wires. You got to have good pickups
trades
throughout the season. Trades. I mean, anybody's team could be impacted big on an injury or even the waiver wire. I mean, these rosters are going to turn over just from players' injuries.
For sure.
Picking up guys. So that's a hard thing to pick. But I'm scared about my team, the health of my team. I could go and be at the bottom very easily.
Yeah.
I need CMC to have a great year, and I need my wide receiver 2 to step up. Yeah. I kind of got, I'm excited about Rome Odunze is having a breakout year. Maybe he steps up. Devonta Smith is always a good player, but he has down weeks and he has good weeks. So I need him to have a little more consistency as a receiver. And X-Man Worthy, he plays on Kansas City, so he could have a shot at putting up big numbers, but who knows? So my team could very easily be at the bottom. I just didn't like my receiver depth as far as who's going to play that our receiver 2.
That's fair. Very fair. But that's going to wrap up the draft recap. I had a lot of fun.
Oh, God. Hey, thank you guys for watching it.
Yeah,
it was a blast.
Thank you guys.
I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. We're getting a lot of people watching it, a lot of comments. Keep the comments up. We enjoyed, hearing your side of the story, who you thought did good or why they picked that, and maybe it helps you guys out in the draft. I think that's awesome. We love the live drafts, and you guys live drafts are the best.
Yeah. But some people are saying they want weekly updates, so we might have to add that to the channel.
Would be if you guys want to see how this season turns out, we can definitely keep you informed on that. That's for sure. It was fun.
All right, guys. Want to thank you guys again so much for watching the video and watching the draft. It really means a lot. Please, if you're new here or you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Give the video a like. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.